Good afternoon, it's Matt Rogers, 31st of the 10th, 2017, and I'm going to show more images and videos on this video to show you again that these skies that we have now to this day are truly changing. I mean the colours, these chemtrails, because these chemtrails need to be exposed. Still people around the world are thinking they are contrails. There's many channels that dedicate their work and their express to show these chemtrails to be poisons that are very highly toxic, full of chemicals that can harm us, cause cancer and other problems. So I'm going to play this for you now. Here we have a few attachments that have come in from Lee from Cornwall in the UK, and he states in his email as well that there is a dimness when the sun is up around 10 AM in the morning. This photograph has just recently come in to show that we're still having this a problem. These problems are still persistent and the government still won't say anything on the news media channels. They don't say anything again about that red sun. They make up stories as well about storms. So I'm going to go to another one of Lee's fantastic photos. This is the next photograph from Lee as well, and on the screen it just shows, doesn't it, that there is a sheet of chemtrails that's being produced and used by that technology HARP. Can you see the line straight across the area of behind that light source? Strange lines in the skies. So thank you, Lee, for this photograph too. This is the next photo. Now, we've seen these images from right across the earth, this reflector, and also you can see that red reflection to the outer side of the reflector. And Lee had turned around in an email as well that he is just astonished when he sees and also taking these images around about lunchtime. So these are just come in fresh right now, and the skies are dimming everywhere. Here in the UK, north of the UK, the skies are just red. The colour behind those clouds are reflecting a red light source. Lee has also kindly sent in a video as well, and we spoke in detail about this as well, so it is a situation. Let me play this video for you, because what you see on the screen is just crime against humanity. These are not clouds, these are chems.
As you can see, these are contrails, allegedly, and as you can see, they are actually spreading out and mixing in with the atmosphere. These are not normal. And as you get closer to where the sun is, they all originate from there. There must be in total 30. And I don't know if the zoom picks this up, but you can see it dispersing into the atmosphere. These aren't normal contrails. You can see there's two right next to each other, and there's a dispersing out. Contrails don't do this. They evaporate. And over there is the latest one. That's the one, the last one that's been laid. As you can see, that is also not a normal trail. Pull back. You can see this is definitely not normal behaviour. 3 hours ago this was a clear sky. Unfortunately, I can't see the horizon from where I am.
Thank you, Lee, for this video, and You're just absolutely spot on. These are chemtrails, not contrails. And they do disperse in our atmosphere, and it's killing it. It's killing our lifeline, because we breathe. This air on Earth and our atmosphere needs to stay healthy, and this is destroying it. So thank you again for this video. Mr. John Dillon sent this photo in as well from the USA, and he states when he's looking out from the area from behind back from his house, he noticed those trees. They're not the same anymore. They used to be very healthy, and noticing the morning sunrise that this pink haze just shows up for about 20 minutes and then it disappears, as if something is reflecting and then moving downwards from the horizon before sunrise. Now, can you see that light source at the back? That is a reflection for the sun, but we've got this pink haze in the sky, not that red haze that we normally see on a sundown. We've never seen this pink haze. Many people reporting now they're seeing this. So, John, thank you for your respect, your kind email, and I'll give you a phone call shortly. Another kind man sent this photo in just recently from British Columbia, called Stephen. Now, this guy is very persistent as well, and he was taking a walk and noticed the skies. Noticed those lines in the skies. Now, beforehand, some weeks back, people didn't notice this, but now others are starting to look up and seeing those lines, all that haze, as they cover the truth. So thank you for your respect, and thank you for your email as well. Kelly Price from Carmarthenshire in South Wales took this photograph, and as she was out with her daughter to go to the playground, she noticed the sky had changed, and how very sad it is for the younger generation. This kind subscriber's partner is in the army, and they both had discussed this matter for many years now, and they both know that something is wrong. Look at the two colours. The yellow and this orange colour above, and this white light source again, and they cover it up by this strange cloud formation. So thank you for your respect, and please, all of you, keep safe. Okay, we've got a video that's come in from Stefan. Now, we saw Stefan's work on the last video, showing you this object in the sky, this reflector. Now, I'm going to play because it's very important, because you'll see flashing as they adjust this light source up there.
Sun flashing again. Some windy.
Okay, Stefan, thank you very much for sending this proof in. Now, Stefan sent in his email as well that he could see that flashing for himself. There's no camera trickery, it was adjusting. And this does happen. And when you see those thick chems, where they spray the sky with a halo, they don't want you to see this either. But in the lower populated areas, this does indeed happen. So please keep safe. Just moments ago, I've got another photograph coming by. Stefan, this happens all the time. They just keep coming in. And this is the daytime skies for the 31st of the 10th, 2017. We are seeing that reflector, that white light source. Now, the powers that be do not wish for the younger generation to see what has happened from the past. But us that have been here for quite some time now have noticed that the sun has changed its colour. It is a different colour, and also with these chemtrails, the military are hard at spraying the skies more than any other year. Chem lines and a haze. Mirko Chandler from Europe sent this photograph in as well from the afternoon skies. In his email he states as well, looking up and taking that image just shows that it is just like an eclipse. The sky had darkened and this light source just shrank. It became much smaller without those cloud formations in front of it. So thank you again for this fantastic photo. Peter Bain also sent a photograph in as well, noticing there was a beam of light like a red reflection to the right side of the sun. Now on them cloud formations, the colour of the red as well is reflecting. Just more evidence, isn't it? So again, Peter, thank you for your persistence and also your kind email. And this photograph is genuine, thank you. Mr. Tom Ian Jackson from New Zealand sent this image in, also showing the dim skies on the early morning sunrise. This halo and all that haze, thousands of feet high, that's covering up everything on the screen. Let's go to another one of Tom's images. Here it is, the famous halo that's up there being cloaked and covered, sprayed. This is unnatural, and New Zealand is being hammered. So again, thank you for this image, because it is becoming much more evident. I mean, I'm going to go to the next photograph. Now again, these images just come through today, and this halo is rising as the Earth is rotating. It just is there all the time, isn't it? And it's still continuing to show to be very dark. As Tom said in an email, that it is becoming a lot stranger. He knows that something is wrong. We all know that this is happening. Okay, let's take a look at some other images in Australia, because they are absolutely fantastic. Okay, now these attachments are coming in from Ursula Mack from Sydney in Australia. Now, this is a genuine photograph. Okay? Now, many people, all of us, are sending in images. Now, just look at the sky on this one. Please debunk this image, because there's something that's out there behind all that of chemtrails. There's a huge reflection and also another colour, this white light source above it in the skies. They're hiding it to this day as well. So I'm going to go to the next photograph. Now, it's so important to look at these, because they're just outstanding, aren't they? There's colours, there's strange reflections, and the skies are dimming for that time of the day as well, for 12:30. Now, we will see the halo in the next photograph, but what you see on the screen is genuine. We've never seen this before in the past years, but now it's happening. There is a huge colour in the skies. I also hope that Mr. Prep Aussie is watching this video, because it is really important. He's very clever at picking out objects on the screen. Now, look at the area of the sun. Look at the shape of it, and this dark shadow, and this rainbow reflection, and all you see is just chemtrails, haze. We've seen many photos of this, and this is a spectacular image showing that there's something wrong. So again, thank you for sending these in, and if you catch any more photographs of what's happening in the area of Sydney in Australia, please do send them in, because many people need to see this now. Mr. Joe Fault has been a roofer for many years. He sent in an email with this photograph stating that he saw this in the skies, and he could see from the other side the halo and the white object. So again, many people are seeing this, and on the screen is a reflection, okay, a colour reflection from another object that's behind that light source that we see in the sky that's ever so white in colour. It just amazes me still, and many other thousands of people are wanting these images to go out to humanity to hopefully wake others up, because there's a huge change in our skies. So God bless you, Joe, and thank you for sending this photo in. Okay, we've got Danielle from Chicago that sent these images in as well of chemtrails and another light source behind them strange cloud formations. Everything on the screen is genuine, and this is what's happening to this day. Have you noticed that chemtrail is pointing straight downwards? And still I get emails stating that these are just passenger jets that fly to different areas of the world. But how can a private jet face downwards like this? It would cause problems to all those passengers on board. Danielle sent this photograph in as well, and she was absolutely blown away to see what they're doing. She was there most of the day watching those military planes spray the skies through the morning to the afternoon, and then all this was produced, and it was moving like it was being controlled to cover the area of the sun. Look again just above this reflector. Look at this dark sky. Most of it is spray, because they spray the sky a bluey colour as well to make you think that is our original sky, but it isn't. Everything is just covered, and thank you for this photo. Here is the next spectacular image. Everything just sealed up in the skies. Moments later, look to the top left hand corner of this photograph. You can see a dark area of the sky, pitch black. Just below, like we saw in another photograph from another subscriber from around the world, this white light source and this pink haze around it. They are hiding our sun with this object, and our sun is dimming because it's been eclipsed. There is a huge eclipse with these other objects. Here is the next photograph showing chemtrails, and far too dark and dim through the afternoon. Now, many people are reporting still that the skies are becoming too dark, and I just want people to understand as well that you're not on your own. We are a community, and we all know what you're going through, because it is very emotional and also can be very stressful to see what's going on, because we don't want our natural earth to be harmed. We all want to be safe, and our family members to be safe too, and still the media are saying nothing, and the government are keeping quiet about this as well, and it's so unfair. We do need answers to this truth. We have another photograph come through from Mr. B. Sting. Now, this subscriber took this image on the 30th and was just seriously amazed when his family members and himself looked up to the sky and noticed that huge harp cloud moving very strangely towards the area of this colour in the sky. Now, they are fully aware now that the sun has changed colour. They can see it, and also those strange formations on that strange cloud. So thank you for your persistence, and also thank you for your kind email. This next photo as well that was sent in by B. Sting from BJ Summers. Look at this object again, this strange cloud formation moving in closer to hide this reflector. Look at the strange skies. Look at this line that you see in the centre of the screen that's up there, that's very dark, beginning to be very much black. The sky's too dim for the morning skies, and the more we see these images, the more we know there's a problem. And people do say to me, do you know a timeline? Do you know when this is going to happen? Now, again, I've said this before, I do not know a timeline. No one does know a true timeline. We can't estimate when these huge objects are moving in to a certain time, but what we can say is clearly that our skies are changing through the years. It's becoming much worse with this chemtrailing, and these strange colours are coming through very strong now. So it is important to try and prep and prepare for this, because saving lives is a must, as still no one's saying nothing. Here we have another image of the halo that's come in by a retired farmer that's very worried and very concerned. He's noticed as well that his crops are not growing properly like they did do in the past years, and he's watching this halo nearly every single day. It's from the USA, and he just wants answers. He's very worried about it because he watches the news media weather channels and they still say nothing. They make out everything is fine. And he's wrote to his governments, and he will email me back shortly to see what the response was. Because the dark shadow has become much more clear now. And as I said before, if they removed this haze in the sky, we would all see this truthful event that's happening and coming in. So thank you for your kind email, and please get back to me. Okay, this is the last image for this video, and I will produce another video tonight to show more and more images. Now, this photograph's come in from X-ray 22, and he states from the northeast skies he's seeing a huge reflection, and also taken it with a photograph and sent it in to me so we can all view it. And we've seen this light source from other photographs as well on other videos. Something is reflecting behind those haze of clouds and chemtrails. So thank you very much for watching this video, and as I've said before, we must all remain strong, confident, and notice by focusing to seeing these strange changes. These changes are here. It's so evident now. So please, all of you, take care, and I'll be back shortly. From Matt Rogers. Good afternoon, it's Matt Rogers, 31st of the 10th, 2017, and I'm going to show more images and videos on this video to show you again that these skies that we have now to this day are truly changing. I mean, the colours, these chemtrails, because these chemtrails need to be exposed. Still, people around the world are thinking they are contrails. There's many channels that dedicate their work and their express to show these chemtrails to be poisons that are very highly toxic, full of chemicals that can harm us, cause cancer and other problems. So I'm going to play this for you now.
Pull back. You see, this is definitely not normal behaviour. 3 hours ago this was a clear sky. Unfortunately, I can't see the horizon from where I am.
Thank you, Lee, for this video, and you're just absolutely spot on now. Here we have a few attachments that have come in from Lee from Cornwall in the UK, and he states in his email as well that there is a dimness when the sun is up around 10 AM in the morning. This photograph has just recently come in to show that we're still having this a problem. These problems are still persistent, and the government still won't say anything on the news media channels. They don't say anything again about that red sun. They make up stories as well about storms. So I'm going to go to another one of Lee's fantastic photos. This is the next photograph from Lee as well, and on the screen it just shows, doesn't it, that there is a sheet of chemtrails that's being produced and used by that technology HARP. Can you see the line straight across the area of behind that light source? Strange lines in the skies. So thank you, Lee, for this photograph too. This is the next photo. Now, we've seen these images from
Spreading out and mixing in with the atmosphere. These are not normal. And as you get closer to where the sun is, they all originate from there. There must be in total 30. I don't know if the zoom picks this up, but you can see it dispersing into the atmosphere. These aren't normal contrails. See, there's two right next to each other, and there's a dispersing out. Contrails don't do this. They evaporate. And over there is the latest one. That's the last one that's been laid. As you can see, that is also not a normal trail.
Right across the earth, this reflector, and also you can see that red reflection to the outer side of the reflector. And Lee had turned around in an email as well that he is just astonished when he sees and also taking these images around about lunchtime. So these are just come in fresh right now, and the skies are dimming everywhere. Here in the UK, north of the UK, the skies are just red. The colour behind those clouds are reflecting a red light source. Lee has also kindly sent in a video as well, and we spoke in detail about this as well, so it is a situation. Let me play this video for you, because what you see on the screen is just crime against humanity. These are not clouds, these are chems.
As you can see, these are contrails, allegedly. And as you can see, they are actually